What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be showing you a video that Troy and I shot some time ago, and that is trying to emulate the pros. Now the goal of this video is not to be exactly like the pros. We're going to show some side-by-sides and you're going to see there's some differences. We don't get it down exactly. That's not really the point of the video. The point is to take specific aspects, whether it's their hand position, their steps, their push away, their slide, how upright they are or bent over, whatever it is. We're trying to take specific aspects of different people that we know, incorporate that into our game to see, does that help our game out? Is it something we can add to our arsenal? It's a great practice tip for you as well. So hopefully you see a lot of value out of this video. Make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And with that said, let's jump into the video. All right, so now we got some warm-up shots in. First guy we're doing, Marshall Holman. Number one, very low swing, stays low the whole way. Number two, long slide. Okay, so we're gonna put this into our normal approach. Try to get as long of a slide, nice and low, see what we can do. You're first.
Marshall, we hope we're doing you justice.
That's a strike.
I mean, I'll take a strike.
All right. Very low. Woo! A little overhook. Not bad, not bad. I like this because it was smooth.
Very smooth.
Everything was smooth, and I actually felt very balanced at the line.
I know, it was
that
weird.
That was the biggest thing. Instead of, like right now, I have a lot of falling out. That long slide and staying low, I felt very grounded like this. Reminds me a lot of Steve Klumpkin too. If any of you don't know who that is, he's a storm staffer, former Wichita State guy. He is a very low, long slide also, and just an amazing approach. So,
all right.
Let's go on to number two. Who are we going to watch next? I mean, if we watch Marshall Holman, who do we got to watch next?
You got to watch Mark Roth.
So, Mark Roth. When we watch Mark Roth, two big aspects of Mark Roth's game. Number one, hand. Very much inside the ball. Okay? So we're going to try getting our hand in
kind of bounced that
here.
elbow a little bit, too.
Yeah, he did. Got that in.
Yep.
Inside. And working the inside of the ball is a big thing. Number two, this is going to be the harder one to emulate. 7-step approach. And he actually pushes away on the 5-step counting backwards. That, you know, my goal of counting backwards. So a lot of times, most people push away on their 4-step. So it's 4, 3, 2, 1. Or if you're a 5-stepper, it's 5 without the push away, and then 4. So you're pushing away on 4. He pushes away on 5. So a 7-step approach, and he's up there going 7, 6, 5. Then since he's pushing away on 5, he actually has to take quicker steps to catch his feet up. So you'll see he stutter steps, and he actually, we talk about going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In his case, he is going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
So hand is one, quick steps is another. Look at the hand position, way inside, elbow in. Not so easy, is it? That's what I said. Don't do the steps.
Well, and I'm a 5-step. I just got to take 2 extra steps before I do anything. So,
True.
like, I just try again. Felt a little off balance.
We always talk about trying to do one thing at a time, not two.
Yes.
So I'm going to do nothing else with my feet. I'm just going to do the hand in a very powerful position. I'm going to take my normal steps other than this. Whew, these legs are hooking. Now I'm going to do my normal this, not this. But I'm going to try his whole 7-step stutter step thing. That's weird.
That's very weird.
That is weird.
Yeah.
The big hand crank thing, I can see some value in that. The stutter step thing and push me on 5, I don't recommend it. It doesn't work for me.
But if it's comfortable, please do it.
Yeah.
Right? Everything that we're showing, yes, this is fun to emulate the people we grew up watching, people who we considered our heroes, right? But like, try these things, and if you find something that's comfortable and that you like, run with it.
Yes,
Absolutely.
We want to make you a more well-rounded bowler, and you do it by trying stuff. There are textbook ways of doing things.
Absolutely.
And you want to look like Chris Prather or BJ Moore or some of these guys that have the picture perfect swing, then yes, there are things you have to do. And if you're a beginning bowler, coaches, are, us included, we're going to teach you those basic textbook things. But
remember, textbook is just a guide to how to get to the end result. Sometimes you might have to take the dirt road to get to that end result. As long as you get to that end result.
Yeah. There's a reason why all of these different pros look different, is because they have found different things that work for them. And so sometimes it can be helpful for you to try different things and see if it works for you. So we're gonna do Amleto Monacelli next. Huge idol of ours, and I had the pleasure of meeting him at the Senior US Open. And I actually told him that he was an idol of ours, and we used to try to emulate being him when we were growing up. And then he looked at me and he said, Mark Roth was the guy he tried to emulate. So we just tried Mark Roth, now we're gonna do Amleto. So what makes Amleto special? He also has his hand in, he's not Mark Roth in, but he's very power position, kind of slanted in here. And then when he gets into his swing, he is open. His hand, if you look from behind, it's not here, his hand is here inside the ball. This is what a lot of people are trying to go for, is getting inside and working inside out of the ball. He was the king of that. So we're gonna work on a good strong position and getting open. He actually has a bent elbow as well, bent here, but he keeps it very open and go. So,
by the way, when we're trying all these things and one of our arms fall off, don't laugh. That's all I'm asking. Ah!
Woo! See, and now you know why he was known as one of the big crankers of our time. That thing hooked like nobody's business. Power position, and then open. Okay, that's what we're going for. Now I cannot throw any speed on that. I can't do that with speed down the lane. So guess who we're doing next? P. Weber. Got to do P. Weber. Now, what are a couple of trademarks for him? Now he's a big open shoulder guy as well, but the trademarks for him, his big thing is that when he comes through and releases, his hand stays open. He does not come over the top at all. He doesn't get his hand around, cross his face. He actually comes out, kind of up and out, and he's really trying to roll that ball off. He probably could hook the ball more than anybody on the planet if he got his hand around it.
If he tried to rip the cover off the ball?
Yeah, but he tames that down, has a nice controllable hook as he comes out nice and smooth. The second thing, and this is new for him as of being a senior, he takes a backwards rock step first before he goes. So
to get that speed going.
Yeah, we're gonna try a little back rock, then go, and then try to get that hand out and open. Very smooth. I mean, I hooked a lot less than Mark Roth and
sure did.
Amleto. Walter A. Williams Jr., one of the all-time winningest, I think the all-time winningest.
And without a shot of doubt, one of the most accurate players ever.
Deadeye. So he was a horseshoe player. Horseshoes, you're like this, okay? You don't go like this when you play horseshoes. Your shoulders are square, you keep everything square, nice and straight. And your hands actually kind of come together a lot of times in unison to keep everything squared and going. Walter Ray, you will notice that when he pushes away, he keeps his hand forward here for a bit. He does end up coming out here. He's very forward, and when he comes back, his shoulders stay forward, and then he lifts up, which is much like he does with a horseshoe shot, lifts up at the end.
And he's a little.
Yeah, he almost comes up on his toe a little bit. And this is something that I've actually incorporated in my spare shooting. When I want to shoot the ball straight and I want to make sure I'm hitting my target, I don't care about the release as much. I get up there and I square my shoulders and I really try to keep my hands together and go right at that mark. So, let's do a little Walter.
Chicken number 14, your order's ready. Chicken number 14, your order's ready.
Smooth down and in.
Yeah.
Another guy who did the same thing with his shoulders, keeping them very square, was Norm Duke. Now, Norm Duke, he could play everywhere. There's nobody who could change the way they throw the ball better than Norm Duke. But if he was playing down and in, he was very right here and very low to the ground. And if he needed to hook the ball more, he'd move left, but his shoulders would stay square, and then he'd really get into it with his hand. So again, very square, but this time instead of being up in like a horseshoe, we're gonna try to move left a little bit, be very square, but be all hand at the bottom. Try to hook it like when he hooks it. Not that dissimilar from Walter, but you put more on it. You hit it a little bit with your hand.
Yeah.
You weren't trying to stroke it down there like Walter does. You were trying to really get some hook on the ball.
I think Norm.
He stays lower.
He does stay a lot. Well, he's also like a foot and a half shorter than Walter Ray.
Yeah, he has to jump to see over the foul line.
Sorry, Norm, that wasn't nice.
He's coming from a guy who's 5'7". All right, so very square. Try to stay low, but try to hook it. I like it, Norm. Now we're going to be getting into some of the different styles, if you will. We're going to start with Wayne Webb.
Wayne Webb was interesting, man. He one hand on the ball, and his push off was off of his leg. He didn't. Always down here.
Now, he really wasn't that different from Marshall, who was here. But just remove that hand and use your leg to get started. But and he also didn't have a 4-foot long slide like Marshall. He was a little bit more normal. So this really is about do our normal swing. Just start right here, okay? And if we're a 5-step, we got a 5 and then push. But then just do our normal swing. Ooh, that was actually kind of pretty.
I mean, I kind of like that, actually.
That was kind of smooth. Like, you didn't really hit it, but it still had some good rep on it. I kind of like that.
Huh. There it is. Left hand's off the ball. Push off the leg.
That's going to hook too much. Too slow. I felt like there was a lot more pressure on that thumb because this is taking so much pressure off your other hand.
Off the hand,
whereas now the pressure's on the hand the whole time. So, wouldn't be a style for me, but could be for others. Work for him.
I could see doing that when lane's a little bit oilier. You need to slow yourself down a little bit.
Yeah. So as long as we're talking about people with only one hand on the ball, we're going to do Brianna Cleur next. So starts out getting here, and then she just puts her hand out right there. All right. So she's up here and supposed down here, and then she goes from there. This is going to be an interesting one.
We can do this. We can do this.
Now this is where throwing 14 pounds probably is an advantage over me throwing a 15.
That is
funky.
That's different.
Yeah, I'm not going to reset it because I don't care about a full rack on this one.
That is
I don't have a lot of hope on this one. Okay, set up normal. Normal. Next up, we're going to throw a little Anthony Lavery-Spahr. So I had the pleasure of bowling with this guy on the regional tour. What's interesting about him, I mean, he really is open. Because he's so open, it's hard for him to take a normal step, so he does the old two-hander hop step. So if you did not know any better, if you only watched him from the waist down, you'd swear he's a two-hander. So he really gets up there and opens himself up and then throws it. And he's really cocked and cupped under the ball and really spins it to the bottom. Don't have to try that part, but this is all about what's it like to be a one-hander with a hop step. Oh yeah, that was a partial hop step.
Yeah, you know, like I said, I haven't practiced it.
I mean, I hung that near the one board, which is also very much like Anthony. So
that was something.
Tom Daugherty. All right. One-hander, no thumb, Tom Daugherty. His signature not only is a no thumb, but it's way up high, and then he keeps it low. Not a high, can't have a high backswing without your thumb in it.
Or holding onto the ball.
He's very much here, and then down, and then goes.
Okay.
TD.
I dropped it.
Man, you got the Brooklyns down now. All right, he's very cupped, rested on his forearm.
Very hard to do when you don't get a hold on to that ball back here.
Tom, you're on to something. You're on to something.
Pull the 5-pin forward. All right, so now we're gonna go back in time a little bit, but we saved him till later because we're into these funky styles. So Ron Williams. Ron Williams was a really, really good bowler, and he was very smooth, and he won his fair share of titles. But he was weird because he would do this, he'd get up here, and he'd one of those, like, dude, what are you doing with your arm?
Yeah, see,
he was very weird.
He not only kept it bent, but he actually started this way, started this way, and then would come around behind it, and then from that point, then everything was smooth.
Yeah.
And so we talk a lot about how we don't care what you do from your setup to this point as you get ready for your last step. When you're at the peak of your backswing, this forward should be consistent for everybody.
Yep.
Pretty consistent. But everything else up to that, whatever gets you there, that's where you see most of the differences. And
moonwalk backwards all the way up there, turn around and do that. As long as it's consistent.
And he was definitely different, so let's give it a shot.
I'm not gonna moonwalk though.
No, okay, that's good. I was just gonna say, there's no way this is gonna be accurate.
That was
this. Doing all of this is so much going on.
Did I at least get that part of it right?
Yeah, I don't know how you get it back on plane.
It's
so,
you know.
All right.
Yeah. See?
No balance whatsoever. Do not suggest that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so
we might advise not coaching that style.
This last one's a fun one that we never will recommend somebody do, but it works for this guy. He wins a lot of regional tours. Tim Kaggel, the Hadouken style. Hadouken!
Street Fighter action. Now if you haven't seen Street Fighter that played that old video game, go check that out.
Yes.
But wait till you're done watching this.
So Tim Kaggel, he's left-handed, puts his left fingers in the ball, right hand's on the ball, and he runs. He actually comes down here first, brings it back up, and from here, he pushes it forward, and he actually starts to rotate it with his left-handed, but then his hand comes off the ball, it's still in his right hand, and his right hand, with no fingers in the ball, continues to push that ball around. Now, I'm not gonna do it left-handed, because I don't have a left-handed ball, so I'm putting my right hand in the ball, fingers in. I don't even know if he's got his thumb, now that I think about it. Might not be thumb in the ball. I'm not gonna put my thumb in the ball.
I don't think so.
Other hand here, I'm gonna come here, and then that. Hadouken. There's no way out, no. Hey, this ain't gonna be good. Sorry, Tim Kaggel. All right. All right, so we ended it on a fun one. Sorry, Tim Kaggel, we did not do you justice, but point is, those last couple we would not recommend you doing, but all those others that we did, from Marshall being really low, long slide, to Mark Roth, the big crank, to Amleto being open, to PDW with his hand coming out being smooth, all of these are little aspects and pieces that you can watch other pros and say, what if I did that one thing? What if I started low? What if I put my hand this way? What if I try to come out with my hand more open? Try those things, try them out. Pick, and we just did the old school guys we grew up with. Try these with newer guys. There's no way in heck, I can't do what EJ Tackett does, so there's no way I can emulate him. But if there's something that he does that you like, something that I would not recommend you try Buttriff because he's double jointed and that's kind of crazy, but do what you can to try these different things, make yourself a more well-rounded bowler. And for all you two-handers out there that think we left you out, you can do the same thing for them, because I guarantee you two-handers have different styles. Velmo's gonna be your typical style, but then you got Jesper, who has a lot of lean, and he comes across his body. And then you've got...
Then you have Kyle Troop, who... I mean,
very upright.
Yeah, he's very upright. His shoulders are square. He's probably the squarest by shoulders being square, not like square. But like, he is so smooth as a two-hander, you would not know.
He does not open up so much. You got Ryan Barnes, who he cranks his wrist, and he's actually got a flat elbow, so he doesn't bend it like a lot of two-handers. He is flat here, and then he gets a lot of power that way. Who else did I have on that two-hander list? Don't move.
Don't move.
Oh, yeah. You got...
Can I move now?
You can move now.
Thank you.
You also got Cam Crow. Cam Crow, he, a left-hander, he actually kind of loops his arm around. You got Tomas Kaiko. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but he actually starts way out here and then goes really slow and then goes. Little aspects of things from two-handers you can try as well. So pick those things out, give them a try, experiment and have fun with it. But don't try to do too many things at once. Don't try to emulate the other guy exactly. Pick one aspect out, see what it does for your game, see if you like it, and try to implement it. If not, ditch it and go on to the next thing.
So you might find something that just grabs you and you go, holy cow, that's the piece that I've been missing.
Money.
Absolutely.
So
do it.
That's what we got for you today. We appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you guys hit that.
Like,
and
share, and subscribe.
There you go.
And
hopefully you have
bold is beautiful, baby.
That's right. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys on the next video.
Thank you. Much love. Bye.